Ugh, why am I doing this? Why am I walking here? If anyone had asked me last week if I was a drug dealer, I would have said no. But I can get you some good stuff. That was me. The guy who knew who had the best gear in town. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an addict, but what the fuck else am I supposed to call myself? I suppose I would call myself addicted to socializing. I'm never really happy unless there's someone else there to share my experiences. The problem is I don't really care who I spend time with. There's some absolute wankers who I hang around with. Why do I do it? Let's see. There's Mark. He's probably the worst of the lot. In and out of prison constantly. He's out now. I only really started hanging out with him because I was afraid of getting the shit kicked out of me.
Come on!
I mean, how can you really think it's acceptable to walk into a church during a service and stab a priest? Then there's Luke, the shit stirrer. Never tell him anything personal. It'll become the talk of the town. Matt made that mistake when he told him about the abortion he made his underage girlfriend get. That was pretty funny. Her parents sent her away to some convent school and Matt almost got tried for paedophilia until her parents dropped the charges. If you ask me, paedophiles are monsters. But there was only 6 months between them. You know, he was 18, she was 17. I do think a line has to be drawn somewhere. Speaking of Matt, he's pretty much my best friend. But he's just the best of a bad bunch. I mean, they're all addicts. Bags, booze, weed, coke, acid, shrooms, kep, poppers, and most importantly, caffeine. Hell, these guys once a year on New Year's shoot up H. But only once a year though. Lines must be drawn somewhere. A week ago, I was fast asleep, warm in my bed, when Matt rings me up at 12:30 and asks me to get him some Maui Wowie to help him sleep after a full day on the rock. Couldn't believe it when he did that. To me, honest John. The worst part was I got up out of bed and went to get it for him. I guess I'm just lonely, living in a flat on my own. I do this for the interaction. I wish I was good at doing something else, instead of currying drugs for mates. It is a good living. But on Facebook I see all my peers I knew back in high school. Most of them are at uni, the others are starting to raise families. I even heard that one of them is training to become a film director. Imagine that! He'll probably either get caught up in the rat race of Hollywood and fail miserably, or make some stupid arty piece about some guy walking around thinking to himself. What a twat. But at least he's doing something with his life instead of me. The fuck up. Which brings me to her, the one and only thing in my life that gives it any meaning. Her name is Helen. She works as a secretary over the social services. She's so beautiful and funny and intelligent. The problem is she doesn't even know I exist. Well, she does, but you know what I mean. She's always really chatty and flirty. But as in this day and age, it's hard to interpret it as a sign of affection. Oh, what am I thinking? She would never go for a guy like me. Well, why not? Don't I deserve some happiness due to the amount of shit life cards I've been dealt? I guess not. I need to figure out what to do to make her mine. I wonder if she does drugs. Maybe I can get her hooked on something so that she would have to keep coming back to me for more. Obviously it would be gratis. At first. Well, you see, it's not the principle. It's the money.